Are we live? Let's see. Let me just test the stream real quick. I shared it here. Let's just fucking. An ad? Bro, I have ad block. Chill on me. Okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah, YouTube's kind of getting fucking weird. Didn't you guys see, like, I don't know if it's YouTube or Google or both. I mean, they're kind of the same thing, no? Aren't they using some kind of. I don't know. I don't have the technical vocabulary to articulate what I want to say, but aren't they using some kind of software to determine whether or not the person has an ad blocker and then is like trying to bypass it? And people are like, this is like highly invasive and unethical, and there was like a backlash towards it. And I don't know. I don't know if that's just people online talking some shit as they do. Okay. I don't know if there's any truth or legitimacy to the issue or to the investigation. I really just be reading some headlines and moving on with my day. Okay. I already assumed that all my information is being sold online, so it's like fuck it. If YouTube wants to find it if I'm using an ad blocker, what it's the least of my worries. You finally wait for a Doofy stream. Welcome, Newberton. Glad to have you here. Brittany, also glad to have you here as well. Wait, dude, you use Eastern time zone? You just fucking sleeping in like crazy late? No, I guess I'm streaming pretty early usually, like pretty damn early. Also, yesterday I found out. Not, I didn't find out. I remembered there's a third time zone in the States, fucking Pacific time, which is very early. So I've kind of been neglecting that whole sect of my audience, which I believe Snow might be PST. I think Pokesel is too. So just like fuck those guys apparently. But we're good now. I finally streamed at a more appropriate time. Well, I mean, this is still like I don't know what time is this for like Pacific. Let me check. I did the calculations. I mean, this is like 10 a.m. for Pacific. I mean, I guess that's still early for some, but we ball. Okay, we ball regardless. Today, we're gonna continue the top 50. How's that early? I mean, during holiday season, most people are sleeping into like past noon. So yeah, I sleep in until 10, 11 now. I don't know why I woke up around 8 a.m. during the semester. Yeah, likewise. Well, there's no reason to wake up earlier when you don't have any obligations. So yeah, not as parents. Yeah, my fiance has to work early usually, so I'm getting up early to drive her to work. How appropriate is it to stream at 3 p.m. on a weekday? Hi, by the way. Hello, glad to have you here, Celine. I don't know. I'm just assuming that the world is on holidays right now. I found out that that's incorrect, but we move regardless, right? We overgeneralize our own experiences and use that to justify our decisions and actions towards others. All right, top 50. Top 50. So last time we finished the 8.5s, which there are 20. So this is number 50 to number 31. Yes, per usual. I just kind of wanted to like briefly, like not review it, but like just kind of like double check it, see if there's anything that feels wrong, and then we move on to the nines, which I reckon will be significantly easier. And over the course of this, we might find out that some of the nines are probably closer to 8.5s, and we might have to do some changing, which would mean I have to go into my AnyList and do some changing. But deal with that at another time. But you know what? Let's actually do this. Boom. Because I love headings. Okay, I'm a sick fuck when it comes to headings. Nines, 9.5, tens. I cannot see those words. Sounds like an ish you. I'll zoom in more then. Okay. I could even do this, to be honest. There we go. Maybe this will help. Okay. 50. Maybe I'll start from 31 and then I'll go, okay. Inside Mari is better than Downfall. I mean, they're close, but yeah, we ball. Believers also. Next time we play together, wrecked. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, these three feel good up here. Drifting Classroom. Yeah. Welcome to AHK. Fully Coolly. The Book of Human Insects. Yeah, Girl on the Shore could possibly. Yeah, One Piece, Chainsaw Man. All right, lots of has happened in the last like 24 hours on Twitter. By the way, um, lots of people. I mean, for one, we have to recognize there's like a Beyblade renaissance going on right now, which is fucking huge. My timeline is like full of people praising Beyblade and rewatching it, and that's inspired others to talk about like Bakugan, and they're going crazy as well. And then people are just coming out of the woodwork saying like, "Oh, remember Dinosaur King? Oh, remember this other thing? Remember Metabots? Remember Cubics? Remember Dinosaur King?" Like it's serious. I'm thriving right now, and of course, all this only helps support the Yu-Gi-Oh agenda. But like I tweeted last night, I'm happy that people are rediscovering these series from their childhood and giving them like a fair shake, you know? Because like I say in the Yu-Gi, like my first Yu-Gi-Oh video and how it's better than you remember, we base a lot of our opinions on these shows on the interpretation we held from when we were a kid, which is when we were the most stupid and lacked media literacy. And we're also consuming like a highly censored version by means of the dub and localization. So it's like I'm glad people are realizing there's a pretty big discrepancy between like their initial impression from when they're a kid and when they revisit it now as an adult with media literacy skills and are watching the uncensored, subbed version. But I think just having that realization, no matter what the show is, it can only benefit my arguments for Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the more people realize that, there could be some merit to some of these shows, the less people will hit me with the, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just a kid's show, blah, blah, blah. So we ball. This has been huge. W, by the way, Beyblade was my shit. Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool that's coming back. I'd like to revisit it. I'd much prefer to read a manga on about Beyblade, but I don't know if there is one. Is there one? Surely there's like a Korokoro. Um, yeah, looks like it's fucking Korokoro. Yeah, yeah. Good luck finding this. Is all I gotta say. There's a sequel that's ongoing though. Yeah, it's also Korokoro. Those motherfuckers are so difficult to find translated online. But I mean, 14 volumes, 62 chapters is not bad at all. You're already fucking planning to read it, Quinn. Fruits Basket should be in the tens. I mean, honestly, if I'd watched and or read it, I probably would be in the tens, but I just have not. Okay, where else were we? Oh, and the other thing I wanted to bring up that's been going on Twitter. I mentioned yesterday the JJK leaks. Um, People are mad. People are always mad when JJK leaks happen. But then there's this whole other sphere of people that are like complaining about the people complaining, which I don't know why, but like historically, I always hated the people that complained about the people complaining more than the people that actually did the complaining. And I don't know why, but it always bugged me. And so I've been seeing a lot of people saying, like, oh, what's the point of even reading if you guys aren't enjoying it? And let me remind you, I did do a whole video on why we should be allowed to just hate popular shit. But let me reiterate here, okay? I think, at least with myself, and I like to believe there are others that share this opinion, but we engage with media for a number of reasons, but I think ultimately for enjoyment or entertainment of some kind. And I believe we should be justified to derive that entertainment in any way possible, whether that be just by like watching it, turning your brain off and enjoying it, but also like if you get enough enjoyment out of watching it or reading it and then hating on it, like you just have fun talking shit and seeing people fume at what you're saying, like if that is genuinely an enjoyable experience to you, yeah, I mean, fuck it, like keep reading, like regardless of what you think of the series. No, I can't condone that style. Is that a style? That mode of engagement. I myself have done it for a while. Well, I'd previously been guilty of it, but as we've mentioned in I think the first of these streams and previously on Twitter, I don't think that's good in the long run. It just takes a toll on you having to engage in this kind of back and forth. But that said, I understand the rationale people that will read something to hate on it. And I can understand how people might get enjoyment out of that. And I think they should be justified in doing so. So to say, like, why are you even reading it? Well, the answer is because they enjoy talking shit, like, frankly. The Blade Life Renaissance is actually making me look down on Yu-Gi-Oh. What the fuck? Damn, bro. You gotta chill on me. Stay up for me hating popular shit, my man. Noob, I don't agree with what you say, but I will fight for your right to say it, however that saying goes. That's been my whole, like, the shtick of my channel for a long time. It's like, I don't necessarily. Well, the whole thing about my channel is like I'm just trying to justify as many modes of engagement with media as possible and trying to give you like a sound philosophical foundation upon which to justify why you have your opinion or how you engage with the media, right? And the consequence of that has always been something like, I'm allowing people to just say like X is bad because I feel like it, which is lazy, but I think they're justified in believing that. Like I was really focusing yesterday on how like I don't think you owe anyone a justification for why you ranked something the way you've ranked it. It's totally your thing. But lucky me, I just saw your tweet on this. Hope everyone's having a great holiday and lovely rest of your year. Well, thank you, Ralph's Revenge. Always a pleasure to have you around. I'm glad you saw this tweet, and likewise to you. Trigun is good anime and manga. I do enjoy the Trigun. I've only watched the anime though, the first anime adaptation, but it didn't quite make the cut, unfortunately. Sometimes you can end up loving something you hated. That's 100% fucking facts. I used to hate like Darker Than Black, one of my favorite anime of all time. I mentioned previously that like I used to hate it. I remember texting one of my best friends in high school when I first watched it, saying like this shit fucking sucks. How are people gasping this? And then 10 years later, it's still in my top 10. So it's true. Happened to you with Medeka Box and the Vinland Saga. I'd like to read Medeka Box one day, but like I think I only have one long running shonen in me a year, and I think in 2024 that's going to be Zatch Bell. So that plus I want to catch up to One Piece. So those two things will pretty much fill me up on shonen content, I believe. But anyways, that's my review of Twitter in the last 24 hours. It's been a fun space. I'm for some reason like because of the nature of my content, I never really had like a home community in the sense that like I didn't have like I wasn't in like the One Piece community or the Naruto community. I just kind of had a community of people that like talking about more general things, and they had their own communities. And a lot of those people were JJK fans and Chainsaw Man fans. So I inevitably ended up in those spheres. So I normally have my timeline filled with like Chainsaw Man and JJK stuff. Um, but now it's like it's starting to turn, and I'm very happy to see Yu-Gi-Oh and Beyblade and Bakugan. It's been a pleasant surprise. So you gotta go back to work? Bye, sis. All right. Enjoy. Don't work too hard. Uh, that's a good choice, though. Yeah, I'm really like excited to get into it and sink my teeth into it. Noob. I think my perspective has changed on JJK. The season shows that. What the fuck? You had a stroke there? The season shows that the series isn't filled with brain dead Gojo fans. Okay, the current season shows that the series isn't filled with brain dead Gojo fans. That's fair. Yeah, the second season of JJK is like exponentially better than the first. So I'm glad you're having a bit of perspective switch on it. Would you say you like it now? Ralph's Revenge. I just picked up Zatch Bell Volume 1. Want to get through it. Yeah, I do too. I've read the first chapter a while back, and I'm like, this is good, but I just don't know if I have it in me to read that now. JJK is what we've been watching lately. Really good. Yeah, it's pretty fantastic. It's where is it? It's right here. That's number what? 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. It's my 41st favorite anime / manga. You've not changed your mind though. Okay, fuck it. Whatever, noob. Okay. This list is probably fine, I think. Death Note, D Gray Man, Musical Mario, Elfen Lied, Serious Train, Rainbow. Yeah, fuck it. Well, there's a check mark here for a reason, okay? It's valid. So let's do the 9s. Let me just try and put that all on one page, though, so I can better sort through them. You should respect the fans a little more now? I mean, that's fair. It's fair. Okay. So maybe we'll do what we did last time, and I'll start by ranking just the Battle Shonen, because that's probably the easiest thing to rank against each other. So among these, we have Kenshin and Shaman King. That's actually it. So it's going to be easier than I thought to rank the Battle Shonen. And I mean, Shaman King for me is just like better than Rurouni Kenshin. I've come around. It's one of the things where I think Shaman King, my appreciation for it has only grown with time, and my appreciation for Rurouni Kenshin's only fallen with time. W Shaman King, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing with Kenshin is like I talked a little bit yesterday about how a lot of those like 90s Weekly Shonen Jump series had this tendency to try and introduce characters and elements of the world through these kind of this saga of just mini episodic episodes and like mini arcs. And in most instances, I hate those because I just think that's a really, it's a hit or miss way of engaging or introducing ideas. But also, we have this innate desire for things to feel important and unified. And when you just have these kind of one off characters come and go, this Monster of the Week style, like for me, it's difficult to really find much value in that, especially if I know like this is the only time I'm going to see him. And then, oh, Kenshin just beat him up. And then, oh, now we found out about Kenshin's like sword. That's not a style of storytelling I like. However, I think Kenshin is one of the better series to do that amongst some of its contemporaries like Yu Yu Hakusho or I don't know what else was fucking running in the 90s. Anyways, so Kenshin at least has a better start than a lot of its contemporaries, and then it's just like the fucking Tokyo arc, and then the Jinchu arc is just top 5, like probably battle shonen arcs of all time. Like it's really fucking good. Ask me, what am I asking you? Bring on Dawn. Welcome back. Glad to have you, brother. But okay, we'll do Shaman King, Rurouni Kenshin. I know all the 90s anime. You know all of them. Well, that's impressive. Well, then you have to tell me what manga was serialized alongside Rurouni Kenshin. But I mean, that's okay. That's the only battle shonen on this list. Um, that's not a particularly useful hermeneutic for. It's not a hermeneutic. Detective Conan. Unfortunately, Detective. Well, I mean, technically, it probably was running alongside them, just not in the same magazine. Also, I haven't read it, so I wouldn't be able to say if it has the same kind of start as Kenshin. Glad I was able to catch you live again. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you, man. I'm trying to like mix up the times at which I do these so I can just reach more people. More people can kind of see the process. But like I said, I will eventually put all the live streams public once I kind of make individual thumbnails for them. But more importantly, I am going to I'm going to turn this list into a video where I will actually try to say something about each of this, like the titles, as opposed to me just like looking at them in silence and trying to like measure my emotions about each of them. Cowboy Bebop, unfortunately, that is a anime. It doesn't have it has a manga adaptation that came out years afterwards, but was not contemporary with Kenshin, the manga. And it does say M, which stands for manga, but you can't read that, so which I did say was an issue. So, okay, how are we gonna rank these then? Well, let's just do I like X more than these two? Is probably how I'm gonna do it. Blood on the Tracks. Blood on the Tracks for a while had the potential to really be like a top 10 manga for me, above even say Flowers of Evil. It really just loses its path, midway through. But I mean, I think it does a fine enough job at recovering it in the end. And when you take that into consideration alongside with its really strong first half, it's still more than enough for me to like give it such a high ranking. Dead Dead Demons. I mentioned yesterday how I think Crash's video did a good job at selling the Undead Dead Demons, but yeah, I feel like there's probably a decent enough spot for it. I'd like to reread. Huh. That's the theme of these streams. It's like I just want to say that I am rereading everything, but I'm probably never going to ever. So we just have to kind of go with the remnants of my feelings about the series from when I've last read or watched it. But this feels good so far. This feels good. Okay, Gaunt's. Listen, I cannot overstate how much I enjoyed Gaunt's. The question is, did I enjoy it more than Blood on the Tracks? And I think yes. I think Gaunt's is fucking really good. Subscriber only chat? No, absolutely not. Bro, if it was, well, I guess for one, I assume that most people in chat are subscribed to me. Like, I don't reckon people are hopping in here out of nowhere. Like I'm just kind of a nobody on the internet. Why would you care what my top 50 anime manga are? But oh, regardless, I appreciate you coming here. I'm glad BR sent you. Shout out that guy, man. Ronan a homie. But yeah, we're just we're going through like my top 50. We're currently trying to rank the things I've given a 9. And so far so good. This was definitely easier than when I was ranking my 8.5s. I think I've a lot of these are fresher in my mind. Like I only read Gaunt's maybe last year. Blood on the Tracks finished, I think, during this year. Shaman King I finished this year. Dead to Demons I think finished this year. I mean Kenshin's one of the ones that I've it's been kind of brewing in the background a bit, but it's like setting up a definitive ranking. After a while, you just forget why you like something. Then you remember you like it. That's 100% it. Um, but I feel like this is the best way to do it because these series are so varied in their content that it's difficult to compare them. However, they all have one common ground, and that is me, that I've watched them, and that I have an emotional response to them. And I only have so many emotions I can have towards a series. And so, even if Gaunt's is very different from Nozakiana, which is different from my alcoholic escape from reality, I can still compare my baseline viewing experience between the three and use that as the kind of benchmark for which I think is better, which I rank higher rather, not necessarily what I think is better. I know a bit of a semantic point, but I try to distinguish them the best I can. Should just throw it all on a tier list template that usually helps with structure and benchmarking. That's actually not a bad idea, but I think that's a lot more work than I'm willing to put into this. And I like the approach right now. I do like the approach right now. I'm kind of just picking out ones that I have a very strong feeling about and just using that as a benchmark. And I do have the added benefit of already having them sorted within like their respective not tiers, but what I've ranked them. So these are the 9s, the 8.5s, the 9.5s, and the 10s. Okay, so yeah, Gaunt's Blood on the Tracks, Shaman King, Dead to Demons, Rurouni Kenshin. This feels good. I actually feel like I might de-rank Rurouni Kenshin a bit. We'll see though. We'll see. I'll just put the mark there. I could be just talking some craziness right now. Sorry, this should actually be in front of it. Monster. Okay. I'll put it there. I probably enjoyed Dead to Demons more, and Monster's probably better than Kenshin. The thing with Monster is just that it really benefits from you not knowing what's going to happen. And after your first read through of it, you kind of like I don't know, like it just kind of dies in my memory is what I'm trying to express here because yeah, when I'm first reading it, it's exciting. I really appreciate Urasawa and how he's able to like kind of bring in these different characters and make everything feel important and have it all like move the plot forward in a meaningful way and nothing feels just like it's like there's no end not tied, if that makes sense, which is a really valuable trait to have as a writer, right? Like I was mentioning with Kenshin, like an issue I have with a lot of early battle shonen is like they just have these small episodic things that feel unimportant. But Urasawa, like, as early as, Monster, had already figured that out. But it just loses a lot of its force after you finish reading it. And I think that's gonna work against it here. Especially when there's already a better Urasawa work in my 9s right now as we speak. Okay, I don't know who has ad blocker or not, so you're probably seeing an ad or something like that. It's kind of why I tried to end it, my little speech before the ad started rolling. But it's Pluto, of course. I like Pluto more than Monster. I think Pluto has the same consistency, the same excitement of Monster, but just packaged in a shorter series, and it also just has more emotional highs for me. Like frankly, Monster doesn't move me emotionally the same way that Pluto has. Also, I don't know. I just think the sci-fi world kind of added an extra level of intrigue to Pluto. Gave Urasawa this whole new avenue to demonstrate his like writing abilities. So, like for instance, one thing that I've really enjoyed about Pluto is how it had a lot of like the robots, the way they demonstrate the robots learning, it was very subtle, but it was really really beautiful. So like what's the name of the young one? Adam, right? People who don't understand, don't use ad blockers, or maniacs, can be me. Listen, we appreciate our ad block non-users in chat because they pay in the bills. You guys are not paying the bills. I get like $2 per live stream. It's, you know, you can use ad blocker. It's not a big difference ultimately. But like in Pluto, right? Um, Urasawa expresses like a really sophisticated understanding of like how people learn behaviors. So, for instance, there's a scene where Gestalt is like having, you know, a drink with Adam or something. No, it wasn't Gestalt. Who was it? I think it was a human. But anyways, just there was a subtlety in how Adam was watching what the human was doing, and he was kind of mimicking it, trying to like act more human. And it was very subtle, but there was just again like a little bit more there for me to appreciate, if that makes sense. Anyways, Pluto definitely above Monster. You know, fuck it, probably over Dead Dead Demons as well. Probably over fucking Dead Dead Demons. Okay, sorry. Got YouTube Red grandfathered, so so you get subscription monetization from me, and I don't get ads. Easy money. That is the best of both worlds. That's what you guys should. You guys should all go get YouTube Red. All right. Okay. This is good. Ping pong. Okay. Hooey. Ping pong. It's definitely higher. It's definitely pretty fucking high. Is it better than Shaman King? Is kind of the question I'm thinking to myself right now. I don't think so, but it's very good. So we'll do something like this. Let's just start. This is good so far. Gaunt, Split on the Track, Shaman King, Ping Pong, Pluto. You know, I used to do videos where I talked about what I was reading lately, and I privated all of them because they're like shitty ass videos, but I do like what I've said in a lot of them. And so sometimes when I need to think of something to say, I go back to those videos and I can kind of get more concrete thoughts on these series from when I had just finished them. So like when I was originally building this list and I was trying to like write a little blurb under them of what I'm saying, what I would do is I would go back to those videos like when I first read Pluto, and I would just write down what I said, and or I'd jot down the notes and I try to flesh out the points. So I'm very grateful that I have those videos. You, I only bring this up because I was gonna say like, oh, if you want to hear me talk more about the series, go watch this video. But then I realized you can't go watch that video because I privated it. But we ball. Okay. My alcoholic escape from reality. This one's also very fucking high for me. I recently, for Christmas, actually got her latest work, which is called "My Pancreas Broke, but My Life Got Better." Right, which is technically cheating off himself. That, I mean, unironically, I mean, technically that is considered plagiarism. Like if you were to submit an essay where you'd use a large chunk of work you previously submitted, that is technically still plagiarism. So yeah, I mean, I really love Nagata Kabi's works. She's one of my favorite writers. Period. She kind of has, she does like the series of autobiographical manga, right? My lonely experience with lesbian. What is it? What's the fucking first one called? My lonely experience. My lesbian experience with loneliness. Yeah, my lesbian experience with loneliness. That's kind of her first and her big work, right? To which she made the sequel, My Solo Exchange Diary. Anyways, it's just kind of like a series of manga that details different aspects of her life as a mangaka, the problems of being a mangaka. Um, this one was like particularly moving because she talks about how like she her mother found out about her first manga, you know, about her essentially hiring a like a lesbian hostess or like escort, I guess, and it made her mother very upset. She was like, "All right, I'm gonna start writing fiction," and she just couldn't she couldn't come up with anything fictitious, and that was good enough. And so she continued to work on these volumes of autobiographical works. And yeah, I mean, she ended up turning to alcohol to kind of alleviate her of the guilt of, not being able to produce fiction, letting her parents down, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually she gets fucking pancreatitis, and she describes how awful that was. She eventually gets over it, but as we'll find out in a few more sequels, right? My pancreas broke, but life got better. Well, she started drinking again, and she got pancreatitis again, and she fucking flees the hospital. I haven't finished it yet, but it's very good. Not quite as good as the first, but good nonetheless. Anyways, I love it, and it has to rank pretty highly for me. It's just very sentimental to me, I think, so it kind of gets a pretty high rank, I think. More than Gon's? Yeah, I think so. This is like one of those short manga that I kind of return to now and again, and it's really emotionally moving for me. Nozakiana, okay? Oh, fuck. Now, okay, this is kind of where I'm having some question marks. Because I really did feel good about all of this, okay? This is like a really, really solid ranking. But these are just throwing me off. I'll just leave them there for now. Let's flush out the bottom. Okay, something like Your Lie in April. I still think it's fucking fantastic, but it is starting to lose its hold on me. Where does it go, fellas? Do I think Your Lie in April is better than Ping Pong? Absolutely not. Ping Pong and Pluto are kind of like this little bridge here. Monster. Is Your Lie in April better than Monster? I mean, honest to God, I kind of want to say yes. I mean, Your Lie in April has a lot of like rewatch value in that like I can rewatch Kaori's letter over and over again, and I will like weep every single time. The older you should sue you. The older you should sue the you of now. Yeah. Sorry, I had to actually fucking sit and process that for a second, but you mean to say that the past me should sue the current me? Well, the past me doesn't know wrong had been done to them. Only the current me does. And the current me wouldn't sue myself on behalf of my past self, right? That's just some fuckery. Is Your Lie... I might give Your Lie in April over Dead Dead Demons also. Is Your Lie in April better than Pluto or Ping Pong? No, I don't think so. I think this is good. Okay, we're feeling good about that. Mushishi? That's a series that you need to really just get into and immerse yourself into it. It's thick atmosphere and how immersive it is. I mean, one of the most calming and relaxing soundtracks in all of anime. Beautiful visual storytelling. For me, I will always say that the anime is the way to go with Mushishi. I think the manga is fantastic, but the anime is so immersive, and you're really selling yourself short on the series without that immersion. But where does it rank among all these? It is, and this is again where we're really going to start to see issues with like how do you rank certain types of series against one another? Because even the experience of Mushishi is fundamentally different than that of a battle shonen or that of some of these like seinen drama series. I think it has to kind of go at the bottom, unfortunately. And that's no knock to it. It's just... it doesn't do anything wrong, and it is very immersive, and I do love it when I watch it. But it just, I talk a lot about how I value these kind of peaks of, emotion. No, it does kind of have that too, eh? Fuck it. I was thinking about demoting it as well, but I'm not. And I'm not going to demote Kenshin either. Okay? So they're safe for now. 3 more for the 9s. Barakamon. Only the anime. I really should read the manga. Okay? But I'm a failure. I'm a failure. Barakamon I love just because I really deeply relate to Hey Sanda. Hey Sanda. No. Say Honda. Fuck me. And it's a... Noob, have you ever watched Barakamon? I mean, both me and Tayo have raved about it for years. And it does feel like a series that could be up your alley. So I'm just surprised that you haven't. I mean, is it really up your alley though? I'm assuming that your alley is just anything that's not battle shonen, but that's obviously not correct. Excuse me. I mean, I think Barakamon just has to like go down here, unfortunately. Sorry, Tayo. It's like Barakamon is to me what Imanon is to Crash, I think. Like it is a good story, but what I appreciate the most in it is ultimately the main character and their character arc. Arigato, the manga by Naoki Yamamoto, one of my favorites for sure. Probably up in here somewhere. I'm just having trouble like with some of these up here, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna just put it here, but it could be amongst these. We'll kind of reevaluate these in a second. And then Kids on the Slope. That's just another one that I think is fading with time. And I should probably read the manga. I've been labeled with. I've been labeled a wild card, likely the most fair label I've been stuck with. That is fair. You're a bit of a fucking weirdo. That's why we all love you. Okay, so this all feels pretty good. Okay. That feels good. It's just I don't know what to do with these three for some reason. Let me start with Arigato. That might be an easier one. Do I like it more or less than Gaunt's? Arigato. More or less than Blood on the Tracks. I know this is the most exhilarating stream you've ever been a part of. Arigato. It doesn't feel right to have it that, like, that feels better. Again, it's one of the series I think I need to reread. It's one that I originally had nothing more interesting than this, on God. Um, well, the benefit of this is that, I'm not yapping too much. So you can kind of do other things in the background and not have this fucking, not have this be particularly distracting. But listen, once you get me on like a philosophical point or something, and then I don't stop talking, then that's when we run into problems. Sorry, my mom asked me if I want baked potatoes or mashed potatoes for supper. I should probably reply to her. Mashed, of course. Mashed potatoes, clear baked potatoes. Objectively. Okay, Arigato. Yeah, it's one of those series that I think I did form a intellectual appreciation for quite early on, and it was very emotionally moving. But when I just like compare it to like ping pong in my head, can I really like it just doesn't feel right. Like ping pong is such like it's a generational manga, frankly. Quinn, have you read ping pong or watched it? Surely you have, right? Editing videos while you are in the background. Philosophy of content creation on YouTube. Oh, is that what you're working on? The philosophy of content creation on YouTube? Seems like a pretty fucking cool video idea. What's my favorite type of potato? Yukon Golds? Is that what they're called? They're pretty fucking dope. What's my favorite? Nope. I mean, Quinn, bro. I feel like you'd love ping pong, and it's not that long. I highly urge you to check it out. I don't often like giving it recommendations. I especially don't like recommending series that I love because I like to gatekeep the things I love. I don't want people to like the things I like and be annoying about it because that ruins it for me, right? I gatekeep the shit I like. However, this is one that I think, like when I see a series that I think somebody would really fuck with, that's when I say something. Quinn, I can see you fucking with ping pong. So anime or manga, both are like fantastic. So just choose your medium. I'm just giving the premise because you said, get me started on philosophy. Oh, word. Yeah, the philosophy of content creation. Where would I even begin? My philosophy is do what you love. Smiles. Special choice. I'd go for the russet. The russet's good too. Ping pong is short though, right? I might watch it with break my bro. Yeah, I think it's like I mean, 20-ish episodes. No, I think it's only 13 episodes. Yeah, no, it's 11 episodes, even better. And it's got such a distinct style of animation. Like it's there's so much to appreciate there. Have you checked out his story? His story? No, I haven't actually. Um, I'm vaguely interested because I am interested in history, but it's still ongoing, right? And it seems quite long. I don't know if I have it in me. Ping pong short. Sorry, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Though on the topic of content creation, and the direction of this channel, I've really only found success when I've tapped into a concrete audience that's there to actually, a group of people that are actually actively watching this style of content, and that of course is with the Yu-Gi-Oh videos. But at the same time, it's like I don't want to betray all the people that came to my channel for something completely different than Yu-Gi-Oh. So it's difficult to balance, like, should I continue making these videos that are like, mildly successful and I'm gaining a bigger audience from, while at the same time betraying my original audience? I think there's a balance to be made, and that's why I think I'm gonna do this top 50 video before I do my 5Ds manga review, only because this is something that even my new Yu-Gi-Oh fans can probably appreciate, while at the same time it's something that my regular fans can probably fans. That's so like I don't like saying that, but my viewers, I suppose. Because something my regular viewers can enjoy as well as the new ones. And then I can probably pump out the Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds one. Maybe I could do like a Yu-Gi-Oh video every second video. But we'll see what I ultimately end up doing. Because I mean, fundamentally, I'm just here to kind of like make videos for myself. Um, I like I enjoy making the Yu-Gi-Oh videos. They're very fun, and I think the process of reading them and writing the reviews and getting them edited and then seeing the final product is like it's rewarding in and of itself. And the act of creating alone is self-sufficient to me. Whether or not it does well, that's a cherry on top, and I do genuinely mean that. I mean, most of the Yu-Gi-Oh videos start out very poorly, and I'm like pretty cool with that. And then they just randomly get like little spikes, and it's fucking awesome. I feel like until anyone reaches 100K subscribers on YouTube, you're not really going to be punished by the algorithm, at least. That's a good way to look at it. I like that. That's that's a valuable piece of advice. Thank you. Yeah, that's my spiel on all that. Um, I fucking if you're rewatching the screens, I love you, buddy. But the motherfucker DM'd me on Discord and he's like, "Hey, like all of your recent tweets have been about Yu-Gi-Oh. Are you okay?" I'm like, "Bro, what? Why would I not be okay? I'm in my niche right now." Caught me off guard. I won't lie to you. I mean, you want to bully creams? Yeah, we all do. That's why I had to bring it up here so you guys could do that on behalf of me. Yeah, it was funny. Slightly caught me off guard. I know he didn't mean it in a bad way though, so I took it on the chin. But like I was getting PTSD from being a child, and like people still saying like, "Oh, you like Yu-Gi-Oh." I knew he didn't mean it that way though, so I put on the rational brain hat, and I'm like, actually, of the last 10 tweets, only like 2 of them were about Yu-Gi-Oh. Get fucked. And then he was like, "Oh, so there's this Beyblade Renaissance going on." I'm like, "You didn't know?" And he's like, "Oh, it makes sense then." I made timestamps for over a dozen of the podcast episodes. Um, 1 second. The fucking heart emoji's blocking a word. I've made timestamps for over a dozen of the podcast episodes at this point, and he's only updated one episode description. Fucking greens, man. Love that guy. Okay, where we at, folks, with the nines? My Alcoholic Escape from Reality. I recently reread this too, and I still think it's powerful. But the question I'm asking is like, I think these three are kind of like, okay, I'm gonna be honest, Nozaki Ana goes on the top of this list, but This is kind of like the break, and I'm asking myself, where does this fall? Like, is it up with the? Does it hang with the big boys, or is it hanging with little bro? You know what I mean? Like, that's the question to ask here. My alcoholic escape from reality. Mm, I think this is a bit of a drop since the last time it's been on my list, but I think it's gonna go right here. Actually, I think that's actually the perfect spot. I think I fucking nailed it. My intuition was right there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, theys and thems. I think we have the nines done. I think we have the nines done. Let me just let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Sorry, that happens from time to time. How the fuck do I turn the ribbons back on? Oh, it's this. You no, not file. Fuck, docs myself. Love that. It's here and here. Okay. Here we go. Boom, boom. So how many nines? We have 15 nines. Okay. Oh, 15 nines. So that brings us down to what? 35. So that's numbers 50 to, I don't know, what's 35 subtract 50? 25? No. That's surely not right. It's 15 left, right? Yeah, 15 left. Fucking A. We're making progress. Let's okay, first of all, save, because if I lose this, I'm gonna lose my mind. Um let's just like see, like the question now is, do they merge right? Like, is Roni Kenshin, like, let's do a litmus test or something. Let's ask, okay, is Roni Kenshin better than Fooly Cooley? Okay, now I'm having second thoughts. Did I fuck up? Did I fuck up? Is Moosh, are these bottom ones better than these top ones here? I actually don't think so. Holy shit, this is huge. Because I almost feel like these should be nines, like just straight up. Yeah, in your opinion? Yeah, I think so too. I think Kenshin is better than Fooly Cooley. Um, Man deletes a line from a Word document and has an existential crisis. That's how it is, though, man. Because I'm ranking these according to, like, you know, I'm ranking them internally relative to the rating I gave them. But then when you really put you dissolve the line between the different ratings. That's when shit starts to really get real. Starting to feel a little too real. Um, Kenshin is just such a fucking big question mark for me right now. Like, it's obviously a fantastic manga. I think the issue is that it's been so long since I've watched these, like, that the impression that has left on my current soul is very faded. And these I had read much more recently. I'm fucking, these are at least nines now. And I think I'm throwing them in here. That is fucking huge, if true. Should these just be 8.5s? But then it's like the question is Mushishi better than Welcome to the NHK? Is Barakamon better than you? Yeah, I'm having some questions here. Is Rurouni Kenshin better than One Piece? Absolutely. Okay, don't get that fucking twisted. I know I'm clinically insane, but fucking Rurouni Kenshin's better than One Piece. Be so fucking for real for once in your life. What did I just delete? Okay, Kids on the Slope and Barakamon. Kids on the Slope and Barakamon? Honestly? Kids on the Slope and Barakamon. I mean, I might like JJK more than those two. What the fuck? This is starting to feel better. I'm starting to like what I'm seeing here, folks. Roni Kenshin, Mushishi, Welcome to the HK. Yeah. Coolie Coolie, Book of Human Insects. I mean, honestly, I might put A Girl on the Shore up a little higher. In retrospect. Gotta reread it, but I like that. Is Book of Human Insects better than One Piece? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Book of Human Insects is pretty fucking good. Maybe we'll put that back there then. Okay. Monster. I mean, honest the fucking god. I feel like these can go even higher. I really liked Inside Mari. And I think I like Believers more than Arigato now. Is the fucking they're both by the same mangaka, Naoki Yamamoto. I'm really doing some soul searching today. It seems we're crossing the lines. You know, we thought these were harsh lines set by Annulist, but no, they were mere suggestions made to be broken. Is Drifting Classroom better than Rurouni Kenshin? I think so. Okay, I think this line is good. Right, this divide here, we're balling. We didn't have to do all that, to be honest. But this line here, we're balling. Okay, Monster. I mean, fuck off. Your line April? Is that better? In... Oh, Lord, help me. So I got a notification on Discord. What we got? Just the flow. Oh no, it's Archie. Me and RJ going through all the anime 2023. Is that a video or a live stream? No, I thought it was live stream. That would have been pretty dope. Year Line April, like it just feels so fucking out of place. You know what I mean? Like we just have like a run of like classic and cult manga, and then there's just like fucking like not even just classic and cult manga, like a bunch of like seinen drama series, and then just like fucking Your Line April, you know, shonen romance drama sort of thing, just kind of plopped there in the middle. Like it feels out of place, and I think that's my issue. But I have to kind of reconcile the fact that I have taste in different things, and trying to evaluate them is difficult. But we'll make it happen. And I think, yeah. Okay. That was pretty fucking big, folks. So that kind of changes things, because now that means this is home. I'll just pin that again. I don't know why I unpinned it, but it means there's... Oh, that worked out kind of nice, actually. So there's still 20 of these. And there's still 15 of these. Wow. Crazy how things work out, eh? Okay, so I'm feeling good with the 9s and the 9 point... Or the 8.5s. Doobie has diverse taste. Crazy. Thought you read For the Plot and that's it. Well, to be fair, okay? Don't get it twisted. I do be reading for the plot. But I think we're in the fucking final stretch now, folks. I mean, we're essentially in what I believe is the top 15. And to do that, I'm just going to start from number 1 and work down. I know I said I would not do that, but I feel like it's just going to be easier to do that for these series, of which there are how many? I believe I actually just have 10, so it works out like so fucking nicely. That's not on purpose. It kind of is on purpose, but we ball. Okay, 15. The math adds up. All right, chat. What do you think's my favorite anime manga of all time? I'm blocking everyone that gets it wrong, even though I know I've misled so many of you for so long. But what is my favorite anime manga of all time from this list? of the tens, of course. See you later, Newberton. Blocked. Trigger. Blocked. Running on Dawn. Correct. Can I do a reverse donation? Can I reverse donate Renegon Dawn $1,000? Lord Kobe, blocked. Okay, Trigger, he saved himself. Saved himself. It is Naruto, of course, folks. Don't get it twisted. I know I've been on my fucking, I've been on my Yu-Gi-Oh shit pretty hardcore. And I've even been, like, watching a lot of video essays on Attack on Titan. That's how fucked up I am right now. But, at the end of the day, the gap between Naruto and every other piece of media I've ever consumed is, like, damn near infinite. Damn near infinite. And like I mentioned before, I'll give you my my splurge on that briefly. I talked about it in previous streams, but ultimately the thing that I value most about a series is my overall experience with it. And Naruto was ultimately the anime that got me into anime at like the level of consciousness, because before that, you know, I had watched things that came on TV, not recognizing them as anime. But Naruto was the first one where I watched and I knew it was anime, and it kind of drew me into this scene, right? Watching Naruto late at night. Then I started putting my friends onto it, and then slowly it just spread throughout our group like wildfire. And that fire never really was fully extinguished, because at every stage of my life, me and all my friends were watching Naruto. We all had our favorites. I had a fucking friend whose favorite was Shino, okay? I had a friend whose favorite was Kiba, right? You can't make this shit up. Everybody wanted to have their guy out of the Konoha, you know, 11 or 9 or whatever. And it's just because we could all find like a piece of ourselves in the series, and we all had someone to root for, and it just, the sense of community around the show was like invaluable. You know, I remember being at like lunchtime, and like me and my friends would make paper shurikens, and we'd had our own homemade Ambu masks, and we run around fucking throwing shurikens at each other, right? And we'd have our OCs, and we'd be drawing Naruto all the time and talking about it. And this extended all the way up into high school. I remember it being at like my graduation house party, and me and a bunch of my friends are on the fucking back deck, wasted, just arguing about, you know, who's stronger, Zabuza or Suigetsu, and say, oh, Zabuza's a more skilled swordsman, but Suigetsu wouldn't die to him, and like this wasn't just like an anime or manga. This wasn't just like a piece of media I consumed on my own and had some thoughts about. This was like a movement in my life, right? I talk a lot about how I enjoy the Naruto filler. And I genuinely think that a lot of the dubbed Naruto filler that I watched growing up has influenced my sense of humor, right? If you go back and you watch like that final stretch of the original Naruto anime, and all the filler dubbed, a lot of it is just like silly, goofy comedy that I grew up with and I laughed at, and I still laugh at those same jokes. I think it was hugely influential on me. But I also think that at the same time, I have spent enough time with Naruto that I have a kind of intellectual appreciation for it as well. I mean, it's not just that I have this person or this highly subjective experience that is so overwhelmingly positive. I've also found things in it that I think can justify that feeling, and I think kind of back up my strong sentiments towards the series. Now, I don't think that it's like the objectively best series of all time, right? And I wouldn't try to argue that, because I do recognize that I am hyper charitable towards it because of my circumstances and whatnot. But all that to say, Naruto is, by a large margin, the best piece of media I've ever engaged with, and I'm eternally grateful that it's in my life. Thank you for listening, folks. Everything of making a heartfelt Naruto retrospective or not just let it live its life peacefully at the top of its media. I have actually, and I wonder if I can find just like the asset file for it, because I was gonna take a very different approach to it, and I think I will still make the video one day. It's just a matter of like figuring out what to say. Sorry, I'm just on my second monitor. I can't let you guys see all my videos that will never come out. Yeah, it was called Why I Love Naruto. Okay, and it's just like, you know, I have a whole thing about Bionics, which was the the block on YTV in Canada that it used to come on, and I talk a bit about Naruto as it aired there. I talk about the cosplay element, right? The fucking paper shurikens and kunais. The fan art, like, come on, this was one of the most iconic photos of all time. This right here, this shit used to circulate like crazy, or like this picture of an adult Naruto, like just stuck with me. You know what I mean? That kind of set the standard for the post time skip. Um, Favorite female character in Naruto? I mean Sakura. I'm a Sakura fan, right? The fucking Flash games, right? I found a video of somebody playing this old Naruto Flash game I used to play, and I was going to talk about shit like that. Like I spend so much time fucking doing this shit. You know what I mean? Also, Unregistered Hypercam too. Love that. So this was gonna be, and still could be, a project. I think this might be like some of my top 10 favorite Naruto moments that I was gonna talk about. I have a whole bit here on the forums I used to go on. Billy versus Snake Man. If any of y'all used to play that, this shit was like my life. Right? It wasn't actually Naruto, but it was, obviously Naruto. Or like Ninja Academy. The RP, or like the role playing stuff in the forum boards. This was a whole ass fucking movement in my life, right? The OCs, oh my lord, the OCs, when people would take photos from like screen caps from the series and just like draw over them to make their own original content, right? And I found a video of somebody how to make one. Yeah, Doofy. Okay, what was that? What's up? I feel like I'm missing something. Lethality, please. You're giving me anxiety here. What's going on? Also reviews. Like I got a video of fucking for Neverworld, Code Provider. Like, you know what I mean? Like just some classic shit. Like the shit that I grew up on that made Naruto bigger than just a piece of media, right? And then I just got, Naruto Abridged here, Naruto Get, where I used to watch it all the time. Your tweet announcing the stream. Why? What's up? Is something going on? Like, am I famous all of a sudden, or? Oh! Did you make Did you make a tier list for me? Hold up, I'm opening this on my phone, but let me pull it up on let me pull it up on Oh shit! Look at this. Well, that was pretty fucking cool of you. Damn. Well, fortunately, this is only the manga, and I'm doing combined anime and manga. But that said, I will still do this because you took the fucking time to make it for me. Thank you. That's very thoughtful, and I appreciate that dearly. Ronan, welcome to the chat, brother. Glad to have you. I just took the top 50 from your Annie list. Yeah, fair enough. But as we're finding out right now, the top 50 for my Annie list is it's kind of flawed, as I've made some pretty substantial changes here. Trigger, yeah, that's really fucking cool. I hope one day to get this video made, and of course would love to help with it if I can. Yeah, you might have just convinced me to make the Naruto episode, or the Naruto video. You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys, be real. Who's Toby 2012 Theory? A classic piece of Naruto media. A classic piece. Every Naruto fan has a question. Who in the world is Toby? Like, the serious music, the Windows Movie Maker, editing, text, you know what I mean? Like, is this the one that... Oh, this one actually did get it right and said that it was Obito. I used to really think that it was Madara because there was a screenshot where, like, if you put a line like across the top of Madara's head, it like vaguely looks like Toby's hair, and I was like, whoa, that you just sold me on that shit. But yeah, there's a lot of shit in here. I don't know why fucking these are in here, but I mean, dude, this was like the amount of time I'd spend watching dumb shit like this. Like I said, that's why Naruto. Holy fuck. Like the fan animations, like the community aspect is what made Naruto to me, and I think I will start working on this video a little more. I might revive the project. Sorry, I think I've accidentally ended up saving files in here that I shouldn't have. So let me just fucking let me clean that up a little bit. But anyway, so that's a little peek into what could be one day. Toby 2012 is legendary, and I haven't even finished Naruto. It's just one of those things that live in Battle Shonen fans crazy. Exactly, yeah, right. So it's a whole fucking thing. There was a specific piece of fan art that I was looking for a long time, and I fucking employed the top Naruto scholars in the space to try and like track it down. It was a picture of like adult Naruto that was really just like an edited picture of Minato, and it was just a famous piece of fan art that again really shaped my expectations for what adult Naruto would look like, and I just cannot find it for the fucking life of me. So I just have to show this one off, dude. This one was fucking so cool. Madara on the Sage of Six Paths. Okay. Alright, enough yapping. Let's just fucking decide on the top 10 right now. I wonder, like, is my top 10 in here? I feel kind of bad that, you spent all this time to compile this for me, and I'm changing my mind on some of my rankings that were on any list. Because, I mean, okay. I'll do the top 10 in here. Okay, I can do that, I think. Probably. Let me just put this document over here to cross-reference. Not hard to add anything. Okay. So as mentioned, Naruto is number 1. Easy. Okay. I think I just sold you all on that. I hope so anyways. Actually, let me put the contenders for the top 10 in A tier, and then we'll fucking order them accordingly, and I'll see what y'all have to say. So Yu-Gi-Oh is also in the top 10. Gurren Lagann is also, but it's missing from here. Beck is also in the top 10. Attack on Titan also in the top 10. Boom, AOT classic. No Longer Human, specifically this version by Furuya. Darker Than Black, which is missing, I think, unless the manga's here, which could also work. Yeah, fuck it, we'll use the manga. I kind of have the whole Darker Than Black franchise under one entry. Eden the East is not here. Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, I haven't read the manga. Oops. So that wouldn't be here. Eden these days anime only. What background music? I think I'm good for now. I do appreciate the idea though. I used to back when I first started doing YouTube, I had not a significantly more sophisticated setup than this, but I did used to do face cam and have background music and shit, and it was kind of neat. But in this most recent stretch of streams, I've kind of just decided to pull all that away and just kind of do screen capture and mic. So you guys can fill this with your own background music. So that way we can all have our favorite music playing in the background, right? Right, it's my music, so it's not copyright concerned. Oh, that's cool. You make music. That's dope as fuck. Always appreciate my fellow musicians out there. Beck made me wish there were more prominent music manga. I totally agree. I mean, there are some anime manga that I know I should probably read. Like Nana. I mean, how central is music to Nana? But then there's also like, fuck, what's the Cantabile something? Fucking, do I exit OBS or not OBS? Annulus? Seems so. Cantabile. I don't know what it's called. Damn. What if we just do like music, anime, and manga? I heard people like Given, but I don't know if it's more music or yaoi focused. That's another thing. It's like there are anime with music, and then there are like manga about music. Like Beck is about music. It's about the music experience. It's about the turmoils and troubles of like getting a band, the issues you like bandmates have internally, the difficulties of like making the music industry, the prep that goes into making a live show. Yes, Dodame Cantabile. Thank you. Chetsur. That is the one I was thinking of. I this is I mean also about music in a way, but it's more about like listening to music and like vinyls and like that kind of thing. I've never even heard of this one. Kono Oto Tomare. I believe Nana has a Netflix adaptation coming out soon. Okay. I'd like to just read the source material, to be honest. I think it's just probably a good manga. I have heard a lot about this one, this like Jimi Hendrix kind of manga, but it's ongoing, and I'm really like trying not to collect more ongoing manga. Yeah, fucking Kids on the Slope. That was another one about music. I really loved the anime. I should probably read the manga. But the thing is, if the manga is about music, most of the time I'd like to watch it because I'd like to hear the music. That is such an essential part. Like, I mean, Beck's a bit of an exception in that, well, it did have an anime, and I really like the anime. It has like an early 2000s, like MTV kind of vibe to it. And the manga is a good manga. But I can't lie, like, I'd love to have heard some of those songs from later in the series. Your Lie in April, that's, about music, and the anime was quite fantastic. Does the anime adapt all of Your Lie in April? What else? Force of Piano, I think that's got a Netflix adaptation, right? Blue Giant, that's another good one. There's Nodame Cantabile or whatever. I think the manga should have wrote lyrics in Beck. That would have been cool, yeah. That would have been appreciated. Instead, we just kind of get like these full page spreads of the band playing, but not much insight into the music outside of like the live action film and the anime. Solanin is also about the music in a way. Bochi's also about the music, I believe. I haven't actually read or watched it. Um, Blue Giant Supreme is probably about the music. Detroit Metal City. Yeah, there's a lot more than I thought. I wonder, like, but at the same time, I want a manga about music, but like the music I like. I probably would like the Bochi anime if I ever fucking sat down and watched an anime. I tried to read the manga, but it's like a four panel kind of thing, and I can't get into that. Sorry, not sorry. A lot of violin piano stuff. I don't know. I want more like rock shit. Like K-on's an anime and manga with music, not about music. It's more about like the slice of life school aspect and them being in the club. Though the music's good in the anime at least. Let's go karaoke. That looks kind of cool. Anonymous Noise. Okay, I see Les Paul. 104 chapters. A girl who loves to sing experiences her first heart-wrenching goodbye, and her beloved childhood friend Momo moves away. After Nino befriends Yuzu, a music composer, she experiences another sad parting. Both boys promise Nino that they would find her one day through her singing, so she holds on to that and continues to reach out with her voice. Now in high school, Nino serendipitously reunites. That's like if that just kind of fucking came out of nowhere. But she yearns to see Momo again. Drama, romance, shoujo, childhood friends, rock music. Okay, didn't know there's a tag for that. This might be a more useful. Sorry, I don't know how we got fucking stuck in like the music manga pipeline, but here we are. I did specifically want rock more broadly, but Black Keys, like the band, it's ongoing. I'm not even considering it then. The Song of Yoru and Asa Encore. Bro, is this about just fucking Chainsaw Man? Yaoi romance. It's a lot of yaoi music manga I'm noticing. Rocker and Locker. Rocket Girl. I'm kind of like JK Rock. This looks cool. What the fuck? No synopsis yet. That's not a good sign. What is this one? Sorry, I'm just like Fool on the Rock. Lock me the fuck in. Seinen music, rock music. Wow. This actually looks interesting. Sorry, I clearly don't have the focus to just do a single thing without getting distracted easily. 2008 manga. 4 volumes. I wonder how difficult it is to find this. Let's try Manga Dex. Boop. Fool on the Rock. Does that have a Japanese name? Fool on the Wheel. Idol Master. If I just did a Google search. Manga. Oh, you know what I should do? If I was smart, I'd go to Baka Updates and see when it was last translated. Fool on the Rock. Wah. Things we hate to see. This is why I don't like looking for manga through manga databases. It's like, that's pretty useless. I'm not going to find anything. I'm not going to find what I want. I know I won't. And it feels bad, man. Let me check something. Let me check something here. Okay, you know what? You know what? I think I want to get one more stream out of this. You know, we did the 9s today. Okay, we did like 15 anime and manga. It took us only an hour. Right, it's pretty good. We changed up the 8.5s a little bit, right? I think we do the top 15 tomorrow. What do we think, gang? Doofy milking it? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of am. Also, supper's quickly approaching, and I wouldn't be mad about eating right now. Sounds good. Okay. I only need one person new for me. Almost done adding the top 50 anime from your Annie list to the tier list. Damn. Okay. Fuck. Well, you know what? We will use the tier list next time then. I have to now, right? You've done so much work for me. And you followed me. Okay, I gotta fucking follow you back, surely. This isn't better than a good Roni Kenshin. So I'm just reading all the tweets that I missed since I started the stream. Probably shouldn't do that. Hey, just ones that weren't already in the manga list. Love that. Okay, perfect. So we will do this again. Me checking when my fiance works next, so I can. I think she works tomorrow morning, which is not good for a lot of you, but I can probably stream around the same time again. I'll post something on Twitter as per usual. Anyways, as per always, this has been fun and productive. Actually, I really do feel like we've done some serious work at reorganizing some of my, you know, the people that kind of sit on the boundary, if that makes sense. Anyways, I'm gonna go fucking munch on some mashed potatoes among other things. I love you all. I'll be on Twitter all day because my fiance works late. And yeah, enjoy your day all. Happy holidays. I love you. Until next time. Update you, Annie. Let's just send me this Google Doc. I'll send you this document. I'll upload it to Google and then send it to you. I'll DM it to you on Twitter. All right. It's been real. I love you all. Peace.